Hi Scorpio, welcome back to my channel Tarot C. I am C and I'm going to be doing your tarot reading, finding out what are the messages with the cards that come up in today's reading for you. Thank you so much for joining and for being here for the reading. So let's begin. Let's find out what cards come out and what messages come through the cards that come out in today's reading. So the first card we have is the Page of Swords. So we have some air sign energy with this. You could be dealing with a Gemini or a Libra or even an Aquarius. And we have the Tower card in the reverse. We have some Scorpio energy with this. You could also be dealing with another Scorpio. And we have the Ace of Cups. At the bottom of the deck, we've got the Page of Cups. So with this Page of Cups showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of things being in the initial phases or being in a space of like a sense of the developing of feelings in a connection, kind of those feelings blossoming. I do feel like with this Page of Cups showing up over here, it does feel like an energy of being able to recognize that feeling in a connection. And I do get that with this Page of Swords showing up over here. This does feel like an energy of being in a space of a lot of curiosity. It feels like this person being very interested and also being in a space where they're very curious about you. But I do feel like they're watching from a distance. It feels a bit reserved when it comes to this energy, and it does feel like this person not communicating exactly a lot of what they are feeling. But I do feel like this person being very much in their head, and I do feel like it's like they're thinking a lot about you. With this Tower card though in the reverse, this does feel like an energy of an attempt to be able to reconcile something or to be able to make amends within a situation. I do feel like that could be actually a desire. With this Tower card showing up in the reverse, so it also feels like an attempt to be able to kind of do damage control, to be able to strengthen a connection that feels like there's a sense of that power, the power of the connection being lost, or felt a feeling of things kind of, the connection kind of diluting a little bit. But with this Ace of Cups showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of a new beginning. It also feels like a renewal in the emotions. So I do feel like there could be a new start or even a renewal within a connection. I do feel like with this Ace of Cups showing up over here, this energy does feel like also a love offer that is being offered, but it does feel like a desire to connect, or if not, to reconnect. So I am going to clarify these cards. We have the Seven of Pentacles. And we have the Knight of Swords. And we have the Five of Wands in the reverse. And at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Nine of Swords. So with this Nine of Swords showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of kind of being in a space where somebody's very much in their head. I do feel like they may even be overthinking, but it feels like an energy of this person being very worried or very concerned, but it feels like it's to a point where it's even giving this person, it's like they're having sleepless nights. It does feel like a sense of being in a space of really having either fear or worry about the connection, or even about what's to come within this connection. But I do feel like with this Nine of Swords showing up over here, it feels like very much a lot of mental energy. It feels like a lot of overthinking and overanalyzing things. But with the Seven of Pentacles showing up over here, I do feel like when it comes to the person you are dealing with, this person, they're in a space where they are invested in this connection. I do feel like they want to put effort into it, and it does feel like them actually meaning that and being ready and prepared to put in effort in this connection with you. I do feel like with the Seven of Pentacles showing up over here, it's like there's a lot of self-doubt from this person. I do feel like this person may be someone who tends to get stuck in their head or overthinks things. But I do feel like with the Seven of Pentacles showing up over here, it feels like this person being very much invested in this connection, or being in a space of wanting to be able to see this connection move forward. But the Knight of Swords showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of this energy feels quite quick. It does feel like communication coming in quite suddenly or quite quickly. And with this Knight of Swords showing up over here, it also feels like an energy of being quite determined to be able to communicate something or get a message across. So I do feel like communication coming in. But this Knight of Swords showing up over here also feels like an energy of someone who's reaching out, so someone who's rushing in this connection. I do get that with this Five of Wands showing up in the reverse. This does feel like an attempt to be able to make amends or to be able to resolve a conflict within this connection. I feel like with this Ace of Cups showing up over here, it feels like an offer from this person. I do feel like an offer to be able to make amends. It also feels like an energy of this person kind of putting their cards on the table and being very open with where they are at emotionally with you. So I'm going to clarify these cards. We have romantic feelings. And we have new love. And we have the wedding card. So with this romantic feelings card showing up over here, I do feel like there is a lot more depth to this person's feelings than they have let you know vocally. Do you feel like with this romantic feelings card showing up over here, it feels like an energy of this person being very much invested in this connection and also having deeper feelings than you may realize? Do you feel like with this romantic feelings card showing up over here, this also feels like an energy of being in a space where this person wants to attempt to be able to explore this connection further? And do you feel like this Seven of Pentacles showing up over here does feel like an energy of readiness? It feels like an energy of being in a space where this person's prepared to put in effort towards being able to explore this connection with you. So with this new love card showing up over here though, I am getting this card pertaining to this Ace of Cups. So does feel like an offer which also is initiating a new beginning within a romantic connection or even in a connection. Do you feel like with this new love card showing up over here, it does feel like an energy of also being in a space where this person emotionally they are invested in this connection. And I do feel like with this new love card showing up over here, this also feels like an energy of being able to have a connection move to a new level that is a new level that makes things feel renewed. So especially within the emotional connection, I do feel like there's a lot of depth to your connection and there is something can. I do feel like with the Ace of Cups showing up over here, this also feels like a spiritual energy. So it does feel like the depth of your connection also being one that is spiritual, but also being able to feel connected on other levels, like in friendship and also in other ways in which you feel bonded with this person. I do feel like with the wedding card showing up over here, this person is quite serious about you and even quite serious about this connection and even any offer they are making you. It feels like a desire to be able to have a serious commitment. I do feel like with this Five of Wands showing up over here, it also feels like an energy of being able to be in a space where things feel quite good within this connection is when this person makes this offer to you. Do you feel like with the Seven of Pentacles showing up over here, this feels like a lot of growth that's also happening within a connection with this person, and also when it comes to where you are at compared to where things have started within this connection. For this new love card showing up over here though, I do feel like there's the start of a new chapter as well. And I do get that this person may be someone who is reserved or someone who typically is not as vocal or as expressive as what you may be seeking. But I do feel like there's something about this connection that's also spurring them into that place where they want to be able to open up to you and be able to make you an offer. And I do feel like within this connection there's that sense, that level of calm. And I do feel like that also being something that's also kind of putting this person in space where they're also thinking long term. With the wedding card showing up over here, I do feel like they take very seriously the commitment and even the working towards a commitment with you. So those are the messages I'm getting with these cards for you, Scorpio. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, Scorpio.